Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scares here, and I'm back with more Everlasting Summer. Great game. And here it is. The music started to play. I didn't know the band or the song, but if you ask me, I really felt like I tagged Soviet pop classics. The pioneers just stood there for some time as if not hearing the music. It's always hard to take the first step, especially if you're pretty sure that you'll be the only one who will take it. Oleana seemed not to grasp that simple truth. She reached the center of the square with a few buns and cried out loud, "What are you standing around for?" And started to wiggle ridiculously. Wiggle is the exact word. You couldn't find a better one. It looked so silly and funny that I couldn't resist laughing. She noticed. "Hey, Semyon!" I pretended I couldn't hear her. "Stop pretending, come over here!" I kept ignoring her. The pioneers slowly realized that they weren't too sexy for this party and started to dance. It looked really silly from my point of view. Shaking one's arms and legs to the beat of long forgotten hits. Come on, get real. Of course I couldn't dance at all, but this thing couldn't be called a dance either. "Hey, Semyon, what are you sitting there for? Don't you want to dance?" I was so deep in fudge that I hadn't even noticed Slavia. Not really. "Are you sure?" She smiled. "Maybe later." "Shut the fuck up! Dance with Slavia! Look at her! Look at her! Look at her cute little face first! Look at look oh, what look at that! Look at that! How will you not want to dance with that? I don't know! What the fuck, man?" Okay, then what am I even doing here? One more invitation to dance would completely ruin my pride. I started to think about an appropriate excuse to leave and was looking for the moment to do so. But then I saw Lena. She was slowly heading my way. "Maybe we should go?" "No, fuck. Maybe we should go?" "Where to?" I was so immersed in my thoughts that I didn't really get what she meant. To the infirmary? But if you want to stay here and dance." I doubt she was going to dance. Lena had stood aside the whole evening. "Now I'll pass. Let's go. At least I won't have to stand here like a shy nerd." Seriously, trying to conceal myself in the corner wasn't very pleasant. A bull in a china shop would be more agile than me on the dance floor. I didn't have the slightest intention of dancing in the first place. "Well, shall we go to the infirmary?" Lena brought me out from my thoughts. "Would just stand near the canteen for some time." "Yeah, sure, thank you." What for?" She looked at me in surprise. "Well, for getting me out of there." I shouldn't have told her that dancing is not my thing. It's, so boring there. "Seems to me you don't like dancing." There was not a trace of sarcasm on her truthful, even childlike face. Seems like she really doesn't understand. "Yes, I don't like it at all. I'm not into it." Me too. No one ever invites me to dance." Lena blushes and stared at ground as usual. Strange. What's strange?" "Well, that no one ever invites you." You think so?" Again, she looked at me with an expression of surprise and a lack of understanding. I got confused and couldn't find out what to say in return right away. "Yes, certainly. If I liked dancing, I would have invited you for sure." Thanks." We didn't say a word for the rest of the way. Lena obviously felt too confused by my awkward compliment, and I just didn't know what topic to choose for a conversation. It was completely dark by that time, and the gloomy building of the infirmary covered in the night mist looked strongly like a haunted house. I'm gonna take a slurp of my pineapple soda. Ah, that was very nice. I felt a strong desire to turn around and walk away without making any noise. I threw a quick glance at Lena and noticed that she looked like usual. Shy, modest, uncertain, but not in any way scared. It just made me even more uncomfortable. It couldn't be that she is not scared while I... Suddenly an owl hooted nearby and I shivered. Lena seemed either to not hear it, not pay attention to it, or just not be scared by it at all. I hardly could believe the third option, but I didn't want to ask her about it, giving away my own fear. I entered the infirmary and found a switch in the dark. Will the nurse come later? She won't come. Okay, she won't come, understood. Wait a second. What do you mean she won't come? Ah, I see. It is not that I am afraid to be alone with Lena. Indoors, at night, with no one around. Only in movies does something happen under such circumstances. It is just that I am with Lena and not with Uliana or Slavia. And it seriously changed my attitude towards things happening. There are the boxes. She pointed at the messy stack of boxes. There were about a dozen of them. It would take much more than 10 minutes of work. I put one of the boxes on the table before me and started to take out its contents. There were bandages, lots of little packs of bandages. Here, take this. Lena gave me a piece of paper. There were some fills and I quickly realized that I should put the name in the left, the description in the middle, and there is one and the quantity is the right field. Quantity, wow! It's not a database, but it'll do. The work started in full swing. Semyon. What? I looked at Lena. She stared at me for a couple moments, seemingly making up her mind to do or say something, but then lowered her gaze again. No, never mind. It was physically hard for me to just sit without saying a word. However, I didn't dare to speak first, not only because I couldn't think of a good topic for conversation, but that I was just feeling shy. This girl could easily be embarrassed by anything. Semyon? Yes? You are counting them all over again. Indeed, I had started to take out and put into the database the bandages I had already counted. Oh, sorry. She didn't answer. Hey, where are you from? I mean, where did you come from? Meaning, where were you born? I mean, where do you live? Well, there's a town not far from here. Not far from here? Where's that? Somewhere. Looks like she doesn't want to talk about it. Is Lena hiding something too? It is explicable in the case of Olga Dmitrievna, but in Lena's case, it is absolutely not like her. I'm gonna take a slurp of my pineapple soda once again. Ah, very nice. It is a secret. No. Just. So, is it somewhere in the south too? I should have thought up something more original. Every single one of my sudden ideas turned out the wrong way, and this attempt to play spy worked out even worse. And I thought about south just because the only pioneer camp of the Soviet Union I remembered was Arctic. Yes? Lena hesitated to reply. I couldn't quite tell if she was lying or not. Don't you like it here? I wonder what part of what I said made her think so. Absolutely not. I like it here. My false friendliness sounded very insincere, grating on the ears. What about you? I like it. It's so calm here. There are lots of books in the library. And the people are nice. Nice. But not all of them. Why? Did I really say that last bit out loud? Turns out I did. Well, you know. Uliana, for example. She is like an energizer battery with completely unbalanced point of power application. Battery? What? Maybe I really was sent back in time. Never mind. Or Alicia is saying a pioneer is the kid's role model. Certainly doesn't describe her. If everyone started following her example, it would be a complete disaster for the country in 20 years or so. However, thinking about it now, you can draw the conclusion that everybody did follow the example of Alicia Dvazcheska in the 80s, where I probably am right now. She's not like that, actually. Not like that? Not like what? Not like what you said about her. To begin with, I hadn't said anything. I just stated the fact that she is not the best example to follow. Well, maybe. Sounds like you know her well enough. Probably. I asked that question only to keep the conversation going and didn't expect an answer like that. Alicia and Lena were so different. The idea that they could be close was unbelievable for me. We came from the same town. As if she had foreseen my question. We have common friends, and even Alicia is 1 year older. Okay, it's a little bit strange. Oh, not like that. I'm just surprised. Everyone gets surprised. Lena smiled a bit. Aww. Lena. You're nice. I like you. I like it. I'm gonna smash. I'm gonna smash Lena. I took the second box. Analgenum. Activated charcoal. Analgenum. Activated charcoal. Saline solution. Potassium. Permanganate. Furacetylene analgium. Okay. Lena always spoke in simple sentences. How can I communicate with her if every conversation turns into a monologue or just an awkward silence? I wasn't quite satisfied with such a state of things. Sometimes it looked like she's hiding something behind her mask of dryness. But what? You know, I read a book not that long ago. Do you like science fiction? Not much. Damn, another failure. Well, if you don't like it, then what books do you like? Different kinds. The conversation wasn't going smoothly and I had to turn it off. What kind of books do you like? Different kinds! Fuck! Lena, what the fuck are you even saying? That's fucked up, man. That's completely fucked up. Who knows why? But I thought about the dance again. Feelings of uneasiness, discomfort, and even shame overwhelmed me once more. Look like I'm not that different from Lena when it comes to such things. I'm shy and afraid of things I don't understand or can't do. I should probably overcome my own fears before anything else. And this will help me to understand her better. I made up my mind. There are only a couple of boxes left. Yes? Hey, I got an idea. How about we go to the canteen afterwards? I think the tape recorder was taken back there. What is it doing in the canteen? What is it doing in the canteen? I hesitated. What for? Her sincere look made it clear that she hadn't the slightest idea what I'm going to offer. Well, frankly speaking, I just don't know how to dance. That's why I don't like it. That's the reason I was so confused back there. Maybe I could thank you by dancing with you. But I... She stopped sorting out the medicine for a moment, blushed, and looked right into my eyes. I got a bit stubborn. It really was a stupid idea. It's okay if you don't want to. I don't exist. What if someone else sees us? I certainly didn't think about that. It's not a big deal, but everybody has to sleep already. And no one is going to go to the canteen at night. How will you get in there? I should have thought about it beforehand. Well, I did have Slavia's key, but didn't want to mention them. Someone could get the wrong idea about me stealing them. That moment I regretted that I still didn't get my cell phone from the leader's cabin. Anyway, I had to say something to get away from this awkward topic. What kind of music do you like? Different kinds. I am not really into it. Then let's imagine that it's playing now. I mean, that we hear it playing. How's that? Like it plays in your head. I still remembered the melody of the pioneers we're dancing to. The music and words are really clear in my memory. I'm not sure I can do it. You can just try. Probably. I've got her consent. In Lena's case, even that probably can be considered yes. We silently sorted medical supplies for the rest of the time, writing down their names and quantities. I should pay more attention to every word I say after such luck. I stayed silent most of the time, though. Soon we finished the last box. I gave Lena the filled in list and started to stare at her, like I saw Bigfoot riding a unicycle while juggling piglets. It was amazing, frightening, and above all, mesmerizing. She suddenly broke out, laughing. What? That look of yours. What about it? It's just funny. Really? Yes. Where are we going to go? Where? Her last words unsettled me. I completely forgot what we were talking about. Frankly speaking, I completely left this world for a moment. Well, you know, to dance. Lena blushed right away, and her face took a strange expression of shyness, uneasiness, and fear. Lena, stop, big fast girl! Yes, sorry, I was just lost in thought. Let's go to the pier. I don't know why I chose that place. Maybe because you could run into a pioneer at the square in the residential area near the canteen, but not on the pier. That's what I thought at least. Or maybe of the large bright moon reflecting on the water in the night. As it is a full moon today. I don't know how, but this illusion just offered itself. If you don't like it, then we can... No, that's a really nice place. Lena locked the door and we made our way to the pier. Night fell on the sleeping camp. Should we follow the road? Why? It will be faster through the forest. There's a nice path there. It's dark there. Are you afraid? Not really. If you want to. Okay. But can I? Oh! Oh, Lena. Woo! Lena! Ah! Lena! Oh. Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm. Is it okay with you? Now it's my turn to blush. Of course. We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. About 100 meters long. I would never think that there would be anything to be afraid of, even on my own. But it just seems like Lena's fear was contagious. The brandy swayed over us, I shuddered, and Lena clung to my arm, even more strongly. Don't be afraid, it must be a squirrel. Yeah. We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful. I walked closer to the river and called Lena. Look. The pier and boathouse and the moon were reflecting in the water. It looked like another world, with the surface of the water being the door to Wonderland. You just jump and find yourself on the other side. May I have the dance? I extended my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Lena hesitated. I must have overdid it with my mannerisms. There's nothing to fear. I'm no good at it either. Why either? She never said she couldn't dance, though it was kind of obvious. Okay. God damn, look at that. Look at that. Green eyes, green eye. Ooh. Yeah, talk. Lena gave me her hand. I led her a bit aside and gently put my arms around her waist. We just stood like that for a few minutes. And what next? Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song? Barely. But I remember. Great. Let's waltz like in the movies. How's that? Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena. See, not that hard at all. Yeah. We waltzed for several minutes. Or whatever you could call it. I felt her warmth, though we were not that close to each other. Her chest heaved heavily and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side to another. I suddenly realized that I had never felt anything like this before. It was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another better world. I realized that I didn't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped Lena tighter, and only then she did she looked straight at me. What the fuck? There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me and didn't push me away. And you said you can't dance. I really can't. I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction from her. Where was her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared to? You two dance pretty well. I know. Ah, fuck. See, lip trollers. A playful smile crossed her face. Or maybe it just seems so to me. No, I swear I saw it. How is that possible? The image of a shy, modest Lena didn't fit together with this moment at all. What should I say? What should I do next? I could only keep on waltzing with her in the stands, which was getting stranger with every passing minute.
Simeon! Simeon, where are you?
The voice came from the edge of the forest. Damn, worst timing ever.
Simeon!
It was Olga Dmitrievna. She must have been worrying because I should have been back a long time ago. I should have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer. I should have warned her beforehand. Oh, there is no point in thinking about it now. Lena looked at me questioningly. Being seen together would not be the best thing. Why? Let's go and tell her that everything is alright. No, let's hide and return to the camp later. Fuck. Jeg dør nu. I'm dying. Her idea was strange. Everything was going too well. At least something was starting to work out. It seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay then. I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Olga Dmitrievna shouted for a while and left. Let's go. Yes. Didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't certain enough to take the first step. We kept silent again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation, and I just didn't know what to say after everything had happened at the pier. She kept looking at the ground all the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. To be more precise, what was bizarre was that smile on the pier and Lena's words. She stopped at the square. Well, I have to go. Okay. Thank you for today. Yes. Lena turned around and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was. What the hell was that? That dance, that sudden change in mood, and then everything was back to normal. It was like I was embracing another Lena in this short moment. That's right. She wasn't herself. She seemed a completely different person. Maybe I don't know her well enough. I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. It takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone. Damn, what should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things. I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was leaving, so there was no one to see me. So what? What's wrong with a pioneer taking a walk at night? When I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. The branches of bushes near the trees rustled as if someone moved there. There shouldn't be any wild animals around here. Someone must have been watching me. That very moment, I rushed in the direction of the noise, forced myself through the bushes and looked around. It was too dark and I didn't see anything or anyone. There was no point in going on. Even if someone was watching me, he must have been gone already. I went back to the cabin. The light inside was on. Looks like she's still awake.
Simeon! Where have you been?
What do you mean where? Me and Lena have been sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do that in the evening.
Really? When was that? Took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about half an hour ago. It was close and the lights were off.
Well, we decided to have a little walk.
I'm fretting about you while you're out having a walk.
Sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time.
Please do. Go to bed, it's late.
I can't help but agreeing with her. It was by any means a hard day. I was too tired to think about the evening events, and I doubt I would have any decent thoughts. The main thing is that I have not a single idea how to react to all of this. To Lena, to the camp, to the whole world. I practically haven't spent even a minute on looking for answers. Moreover, I have been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena. The time I spent with her was much more important than all of my attempts to return to the real world. I could really worry myself for a long time trying to understand what I did wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. Insane. Day 4 now, boys. So that's it. I wanna save! That was fucked up. I want to say thanks for watching this episode. It has been very nice to make this video for you. It's pretty gangster. But I want to say thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment telling me why Lena is best girl. And then I'll see you all next time. Bye!